Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we break down the biggest moments in football with real talk and deep insights. Today, we're tackling a massive story that's got the soccer world buzzing. Cristiano Ronaldo, at the ripe age of 40, just picked up his first ever straight red card while representing Portugal. This happened in a crucial World Cup qualifier against Ireland, and with Ronaldo himself declaring that the 2026 tournament in North America will be his swan song, the big question on everyone's mind is what kind of ripple effects this will have on that event. It's not just about a single match. This could shake up Portugal's preparations, Ronaldo's role in the team, and even the broader narrative around one of the greatest players of all time as he heads into what he's called his last World Cup. Let's unpack this step by step, starting with what actually went down on the pitch. So, picture this. Portugal is facing off against the Republic of Ireland in a UEFA World Cup qualifying match. The game's tense, Portugal's pushing for a win to solidify their spot in the 2026 finals, and Ronaldo, as always, is at the center of it all. Around the 61st minute, things escalate when Ronaldo gets involved in a challenge with an Irish defender. From the replays, it looks like he swings an elbow. Some are calling it a moment of frustration, others say it was reckless. The referee initially pulls out a yellow, but after a VAR review, it's upgraded to a straight red for violent conduct. Boom, Ronaldo's off the field, Portugal's down to 10 men, and they end up losing 2-0. This isn't just any red card. It's Ronaldo's 226th appearance for Portugal, and somehow in all those games spanning over 2 decades, he's never been sent off directly for his country before. He's had yellows, sure, and club reds, but this is a historic low point in his international career. Now let's talk about the immediate fallout for Portugal. Losing that match to Ireland is a blow in the qualifiers. Portugal's still in a strong position to qualify automatically given their group standing, but dropping points like that opens the door for drama. More importantly, Ronaldo's suspension. Since it was a straight red for violent conduct, FIFA rules typically mean a minimum 1-match ban, but it could stretch to 2 or 3 depending on the disciplinary committee's review. The next qualifier is coming up soon, so he'll miss that for sure, but here's where it gets really interesting for the North American tournament. If the ban carries over or if there's any extended punishment, Ronaldo could be sidelined for Portugal's opening game in the 2026 World Cup. Imagine that. The guy who's carried Portugal on his back for years, the all-time leading international goal scorer with over 130 goals, potentially watching from the bench as his team kicks off what he's billed as his final major tournament? It would be a huge psychological hit for the squad, especially since at 41 by the time the World Cup rolls around, every match counts for him. Diving deeper into Ronaldo's personal angle, this red card comes at a fascinating crossroads in his career. He's 40 now, playing in the Saudi Pro League with Al Nassr, where he's still banging in goals left and right. But internationally, there's been this narrative building that maybe Father Time is catching up. He's publicly said the 2026 World Cup will be his last, a chance to add to his legacy after winning the Euros in 2016 but never lifting the World Cup trophy. This incident fuels the critics who say his temper or ego sometimes gets the better of him. Remember, he's had red cards at club level, like that infamous one with Juventus or earlier with Manchester United, but for Portugal, he's always been this untouchable figure, the captain, the leader. Now, at 40, getting sent off in a qualifier? It raises questions about his discipline and whether coach Roberto Martinez can still build the team around him. On the flip side, Ronaldo's resilience is legendary. He's bounced back from worse. Injuries, team changes, even that messy exit from United. If anything, this could light a fire under him, motivating him to come back stronger and prove the doubters wrong in North America. Shifting gears to the broader impact on the 2026 World Cup itself, hosted across the US, Canada, and Mexico, this tournament is already shaping up to be a spectacle. It's the first with 48 teams, more matches, bigger crowds, and Ronaldo's presence is a massive draw for fans, sponsors, and broadcasters. Think about it. CR7 in what he calls his last dance, chasing that elusive World Cup win. If he's suspended for the opener, it could dent viewership for that game, especially if Portugal draws a high-profile opponent. But paradoxically, the drama might actually hype things up more. Controversy sells in sports. Fans will be tuning in to see if he returns for the knockouts, how the team performs without him initially, and whether this red card moment becomes a turning point. For Portugal, as a team, they're loaded with talent. Guys like Bruno Fernandes, Bernardo Silva, Rafael Leao, so they could adapt, but Ronaldo's experience in big tournaments is irreplaceable. He's the guy who scores in clutch moments, like his hat-trick against Spain in 2018 or penalties and shootouts. Without him, even briefly, their group stage could get dicey, potentially affecting seeding or matchups later. Let's not forget the fan perspective here. Social media exploded after the red card. It trended worldwide instantly. Ronaldo fans are divided. Some defend him, saying the elbow was accidental or provoked. Others admit it was a lapse of judgment from a frustrated legend. Irish fans are celebrating, of course, and neutral observers are pondering if this signals the end of an era. In terms of legacy, Ronaldo's already cemented as one of the GOATs alongside Messi, but moments like this add layers. Messi's had his controversies too, but Ronaldo's fiery personality often puts him in the spotlight for the wrong reasons. Heading into 2026, this could humanize him more, show that even at 40, the passion's still there, but so is the risk of implosion. For the North American hosts, having Ronaldo there is gold. He's a global icon who draws crowds from Europe, Asia, everywhere. A suspension might mean rescheduling vibes or marketing shifts, but ultimately the tournament's star power remains intact with players like Mbappe, Haaland, and emerging talents. Wrapping this up, the impact of Ronaldo's first straight red for Portugal ripples far beyond that Ireland match. It could mean a bumpy road to qualification closure, a test of his mental fortitude at 40, and a wildcard element for the 2026 World Cup. Will he miss the opener? Probably, if the ban's at least 2 games, but FIFA's decisions are pending. Either way, this adds intrigue to what was already a highly anticipated event, his self-proclaimed last World Cup. Ronaldo's career has been a roller coaster of triumphs and dramas, and this is just another chapter. Thanks for watching, folks. If you enjoyed this analysis, smash that like button, subscribe for more football deep dives, and let me know in the comments, does this red card change how you view Ronaldo's legacy? Will Portugal still shine in North America without him starting? Drop your thoughts below and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out!